Hey guys, welcome back to Sid Meier's Civilization 6, Germany as Frederick. I do that intro for the SEO, search engine optimization. So that's why that is always in the beginning, because the closed caption will pick up those keywords as part of the search engine. Okay, so we are working our way towards Athens, and I am kind of sort of debating on maybe just waiting the 9 turns, and then we're going to upgrade our archers to crossbowmen. So I think that's what we'll do. And in the meantime, let's take a quick peek over here at Egypt and see where we're going to need to go to be able to address Egypt. Because I think what's really neat for us is that Kyoto is right here. So we're not going to have to work our way through other cities to get to Japan's capital, and I'm hoping that maybe we'll get lucky with Egypt and that'll be the same case, because as you can see here with Greece, we had to go through 2 of their cities to get to the capital. Alright, so let's just go ahead and send units this way so that we can have as much of an advantage as possible. And we'll go ahead and kind of move the, maybe start moving the warriors in, swordsmen. Guess we can go ahead and just maybe plink this scout, maybe kill him. And right now, I think that Japan is probably low on units because they did have that earlier war with Greece. And so that's kind of why I mentioned in the earlier game as to why I wanted to move towards them and attack them, but Greece gave us the window of opportunity to go ahead and move towards them. I'm going to just hang right here for now, let them come to us if he has any units, and we will just play a little bit of a patient game while we rebuild. In a moment, when we get our next, we have to choose our next item in culture, I'm going to change it to builders, and we'll have the cities build a builder for each of the cities so that we can go ahead and take advantage of our resources, particularly over here in Greece. Our Greek cities, more specifically. Yeah, we're just going to post up for right now. See if we can't take care of some of these barbarians. We'll go ahead. We're going to go ahead and work. Do a little bit of monument building. Yeah, see, great. So the capital is right here for Egypt. So that is going to be awesome. Now, in reference to me wanting to build that city over here, you guys remember from the last game, and you guys were probably wondering, well, Buzz, you know, it's all red. You can't see it. I thought that perhaps with that unit being there, it was prohibiting it. But then again, it can't be, you know, a new city can't be within 2 tiles of another city. It has to be at least 3 to 4 tile links. But ideally, I would have liked to have made a city here. And at the time, we could have made the city here. But as the city grew, of course, or this one more specifically, that completely eliminated our options. So that's why my mindset was on getting that, as opposed to just kind of genuinely focusing on the reality that, hey, you can't build a city there. I'm just going to push the chariot up just a little bit to kind of take a look. And I'm going to start working these spearmen over here towards Egypt so we can have guys semi-prepared. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to hit that wheat over there. That wheat is going to be far more beneficial and give us the 0.5 for our housing. And we'll go ahead and finish that water mill as well. Kind of get some of our basic buildings down and out of the way before we start these wars. Egypt does not have a very big force either. So early game domination attacks are very critical. In King and above, of course, the AI will have a higher advantage when it comes to science. So getting them crippled early, particularly just going ahead and taking their capitals, is going to be great. Because as you can see now, we've not found the other civs, and those other civs are, of course, if they're not being affected by war, they are going to be building their forces as well. Particularly like Gandhi, for example, and Catherine. We'll have to get to them. I am kind of curious as to why we get all these notifications, yet none for when our cities grow. Like, for example, we're going to see that our city's about to grow here, and watch, we won't get any notification at all. Watch. It's going to grow, and then we're not going to get any kind of a notification. This isn't a criticism. This is just an observation. Well, actually, I guess in a way it is a bit of a criticism, but in Civ 5, we did get a notification when our population grew, which was kind of curious because when I posted on Reddit about it, someone was saying, what, more spam to get on the screen? And I'm like, yeah, because, see, our city grew, and there's no notification here. Not even like a sound or anything. But that is kind of curious. We're going to go ahead and upgrade this unit too. As a matter of fact, if we had an additional battering ram, we could probably just take Egypt with those units.
No shame in deterrence. Having a weapon.
So Gandhi's getting a little edgy with us being at war. And I don't really want to hang here too much longer because of war weariness. Yeah, see, we already have some cities that are displeased, but these are because they're under occupation. If I'm not mistaken, they're still under occupation. Well, at least this city is. So that would explain partly why they are not very happy. We're going to post him up here in the city. We'll move the other ones there. We're going to keep the chariot there as well. Let the city walls do a little bit of work. You guys already know how much of a fan I am of city walls. I think they play a huge, huge role in Civ 6. Most people would almost avoid building them in Civ 5 just because it was just just wasn't really worth the production, or at least you wanted to build walls in specific cities to give yourself that tactical advantage and other attributes or prerequisites that were required at that time. You know, guys, I am really tempted to just go for Egypt with the units that I have. I mean, we may lose units. I mean, that's a possibility. Not overly concerned about it because we can just pump out more. So we could at least... Well, no, we have to actually declare war, and that'll be 2 wars at the same time. So again, I get ahead of myself. Because, incidentally, I've always been curious because I enjoy watching other Civ players play, and I just enjoy the game. I think it's a great game. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy, how it's played, the way people make decisions, because in the end, a win is a win is a win. I mean, everybody's going to arrive at the win differently, or by a different type of victory type, but ultimately you win. So how you get there is just a matter of your own personal preference. I don't think there's like one particular way to achieve a victory. So I try to really just, as I play, really just kind of have fun with the game. Now, as an audience, I try to be mindful of certain decisions that I make, because you at least want to, or I want to appear relatively competent about the game. But of course, being human beings, we're going to just make certain decisions that maybe not everyone will agree with, or the method. We're going to keep the builders, and we're going to keep production. And I probably should utilize that, because I will soon. We don't have more than 2 specialty districts, so... But once we get through these main core buildings, I think I will focus on a builder. Defensive tactics make perfect sense right now, considering our victory type and direction. And we are going to upgrade our units. Do we have enough? No. The one archer should be fine in combination with the crossbowman. We should be able to take Greece quite easily. I say that more from an optimistic standpoint. Oh, good. They went after the chariot. Excellent. So the barbarians are helping. Let's go ahead and move in. Trying to compensate for the camera jumping. I don't want to necessarily take the, uncheck the camera swapping of units because it is helpful. I do like it. It is something that we just have to simply adjust to. All right, let's get those builders going. Absolutely. Let's see, what unit is this? Okay. Move in. The chariot. We'll keep the archer kind of back over here. I'm going to need to move the ram inside here with one of our units. Yeah, it looks like Athens should be reasonably easy to take. The upgrades certainly are going to be helpful in this case, but I would rather have the battering ram within range. Let's go ahead and get that builder. I know we had a builder here a minute ago, but we're going to go ahead and take advantage of having that bonus. Go ahead and just attack the city, why not? We can always back up, heal, whatever we need to do. Is that a... Oh, we can. I thought there was a... Maybe these were a hill, but they're not, so that's going to make things a lot easier. Go ahead and take out that scout. On the next turn, obviously. Let's go ahead and bring the battering ram in. Or both, actually. Leave the chariot. I'll probably bring the chariot around here and just surround the city. That is awesome. They're going for the barbarian instead. That is great for us. I don't mind if the barbarian comes after us. That's no big deal.
A man on a horse is spiritually...
Alright. Whoop. I thought that was the crossbowman. So that was not good. And I can't move him out of the way. Okay, I did not want that to happen. That was me probably getting a little too click happy. If we lose our swordsman, I am not going to be pleased at my extraordinarily poor decision. Click movement there. It's not going to help. Come on. Let's see. There we go. It's not going to help the warrior to have that there, but we will move him in. But let's see. Yeah, we might lose that swordsman. That's going to be very disappointing if that happens. We're going to go for... Well, we'll go ahead and get construction because we'll get the terracotta army. Grassland or plains adjacent to an encampment. So we'll have to build one to take advantage of terracotta. That's going to be huge. But by the time we get the prerequisites, we should have more units, and then we can properly update the units. Let's see if we're going to lose our swordsman here. I would not be surprised if we do. Oh, good. They went after the crossbowmen. Wow, that was extraordinarily fortunate. What I'm finding is that sometimes when you do fortify next to a city, they tend not to go after the units directly adjacent to the city, which is kind of strange. Have you guys noticed that? Or, I mean, that's what I've noticed. I can't... Oh, we'll level him up. We'll just do that. Even better than moving him. At least that's what I've noticed, so... is that they have a tendency not to go for the units right next to the city. Alright, our builder. Go ahead and get some mills going. I like mills. I like production. You guys know I love production. And some units going here. Catapults. Big fan of catapults. And 13 for a builder. Nah. Let's go with a granner. Get those buildings going. Crossbowmen. Okay, curious. Alright, let's try that. There we go. So, they do have city walls. Oh, what? Okay. Well, we'll just hang him there for a moment then. Alright. Skip. And... yes, everyone has had their turn. Just going to take a quick look around. Don't want to get too distracted by just that war. I'll call that my stop, look, and listen method. Uh-oh. Did we lose that archer? Oh, so close. I'm okay with that. We can just back up one and we'll be fine. So I'm actually kind of glad they went after the archer. Money-wise, we're doing okay. That catapult can stay right there. It's actually doing us a favor by staying there as opposed to... if that catapult was in the city, we would... we would be having some issues, probably. Most likely. Alright. I should have made some adjustments. Maybe move the crossbowman here and then move the chariot in. We can do that. It's no rush. We're plinking it away. But if we had 2 crossbowmen, we'd really be doing some really good damage. What do you guys think about the Civ trading? Still seems to need a little bit of tweaking. I've noticed that in my other games that they're really almost unreasonable to trade with. I mean, you try to get certain items or whatnot, and it's just challenging. Let's do this. Get this chariot involved here. You know, proper surrounding of the city. Give him a chance to rest. That quadrireme might go after the swordsman, but that's not going to be nearly as dangerous as the city going after. So, wow, that chariot really took some damage. Let's go ahead and hit him with the warrior too. Why not? Just because we can. Yeah. Right. I am a bit of a risk taker. We can always replace units, of course. But yeah, we do want to be somewhat rational, right? As opposed to just throwing units at the enemy and letting them just clean our house.
Invincibility lies in the defense.
All right, and we're not getting attacked. Go, let's change that out. We're not fighting barbarians. We're building the builders. I still want the city staff production. Then, of course, our unique unit. That could come in handy building walls, but I'd rather have the standard production for right now. But our unique unit with Germany is the Hansa, which I believe will really provide... I'd rather lose that chariot than the swordsman, so if they want to go for the chariot instead, I'm totally fine with that. Alright. I'm going to put the archer in the city area proper so that it can heal up faster. Yeah, these two aren't incredibly critical. However, feudalism is, and we're halfway through it. And builder, that's going to come in really handy for this city. And let's take a quick look before we get too turn happy. Oh, I got an archer up here? Okay. Let's swap this archer out. And what I'm going to do is I will probably move this catapult up here. Because I'd rather a catapult plus walls defend a city and let the units help me fight Egypt. Although I would much prefer to have my crossbowmen because they are great damage dealers. Alright. No point in trading with Egypt at this time. So we'll go to Kyoto because we'll get culture and gold. Or we could go to Candy for 6. Let's go to Candy for 6. Although, yeah, the culture isn't overly critical right now. Let's go to Candy and get that additional gold. Because that gold will come in handy for upgrades. Because we need to upgrade this archer, and we'll need to upgrade the other. And we can also make crossbowmen. Hopefully we can take Athens here in a moment
with the heart
and get this over with. See, if we had like another crossbowman, that would have been incredibly helpful. Alright, so we have the catapult. So let's go ahead and move. Well, let's just keep this catapult here. And the builder. Okay. Tech. Let's go ahead and push to our Hansa. That's going to come in handy. Engineer points. Production for every adjacency district tiles. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. That will be useful. City. I think it's time for us to start building some districts. Let's go ahead and get... they want us to do an encampment or entertainment. Yeah, we definitely need entertainment. Yes, we do. And I think I'll build it on the swamp. Although it'd be nice to take advantage of that tile, but I'd rather have these production tiles for production, or the hills more specifically. Let's see, 25 for a builder. Alright, and then we'll go for a monument here. Because I can build builders in other cities. Right? And... oh, probably 3 more turns max to take Greece. Or Athens, more specifically. I know I keep referring to it as Greece, but I'm sure you guys understand what I am saying. What I mean, not necessarily what I say. Okay. This builder is doing a great job here. We'll work this hill. And builder, here's what we got a builder. Alright, let's see. Catapult? Yes. Catapult. Right. Builder. Let's get the rice. Yeah, you guys were probably wondering in the previous game why I didn't go for the rice. That was just... I just didn't go for it. I have no adequate explanation to give you for that. Other than I just simply did not do it. We could swap out our warriors. Do we have a citizen on there? On that rice? Oh, I'd rather have the production. Yeah, no major difference, so... well... science... We'll get another citizen in 5 more turns, so... we can maximize that. Alright, let's swap. Oh, did I move the... okay, well, that's no big deal. Move it back. Right. And we'll go ahead and let him attack. Okay, let's see what happened there. And there's our boost towards apprenticeship. Alright, so what happened here with our warrior? Let's see. Oh, I fortified? Oh, I fortified. That's what happened. Let's see. let's work this stone. Archer into the forest as we work our way towards Egypt. Pericles is insistent that we have peace. I think this is his last city. We will eliminate Pericles altogether. I'm not, you know, I don't like eliminating civs because it's always nice to have them for trade or for other purposes. So I can't say that I am gleeful of eliminating Pericles, but domination victory is a domination victory, and we attack who we attack. And if this is his last city, that is too bad for him. I'd like to take a moment and thank my guildmates who have been probably some of my biggest supporters as far as the channel and games that I choose to play. They make incredible recommendations for games to play. I just don't have the capacity that often to play as many of the games as they would like to see me cover. And then, of course, my awesome subscribers in general, who I appreciate and value their recommendations for games to cover too. And I think that, as many of you know, I've been covering Daybreak games pretty exclusively for almost at least the last 3 years of the channel. And it is oftentimes suggested to me that, you know, have you considered a live game? You know, one that's live, like Civilization 6, like right here, right? Because games in development and such aren't necessarily going to have as large a following as a live game. So I do understand the sentiment by some when they ask me, you know, why am I not covering this game or a particular game in general? And ultimately it is because, you know, my channel is in essence a sense of sharing what I like I would like how I would share these games with a friend of mine. And that's kind of the way I run the channel, is I'm sharing something that's fun and that I hope you guys enjoy, that is fun. Because if I'm not passionate about covering a game, it's going to translate to you guys as kind of a ho-hum experience. It's kind of like, you know, well, there's no enthusiasm here by this creator. You know, why should I be concerned about what game it is or what they're going to cover, because they have little or no enthusiasm. And that's kind of important to me, is that that enthusiasm and passion translates effectively to you guys as the viewers. And we're about to take Athens here. Maybe this swordsman will actually give us a little bit of help. Alright. Let's see, how much is it to upgrade a unit, or upgrade an archer? I need to look. Alright, so we're ready to make our... Yeah, we're definitely going to need amenities here. Let's make it on that desert. Take advantage of that desert tile. And we're running kind of long in this video, but I wanted to take Athens before I ended the video for you guys, so let's do that. Let's see if we can't take Athens. It's a little laborious here, trying to take him. Let's see. It's 200 even, so we got a little bit of a ways before we can upgrade. And when we get a chance to make some commercial districts, I think I'm still going to bring the archer in. The archer can still help. And thankfully these barbarians are actually being a little helpful too. And there's stirrups.
In democracy, it's your vote.
We're going to keep our policies still. Our archer. We're just going to... We'll just bring him in. He can shoot over that swordsman. Let's get him out of the way just in case. We're going to post up. And let's shoot. Kind of hard to see with those units in the city. Right? Catapult. Let's see. Military training for encampments, yeah. There we go. Encampments always come in handy. Oh, they do want us to pick one. Okay, we can do that. How about 2 gold? As opposed to the 1 faith, because religion is not going to be something we're going to be focusing on. I've not really focused a lot on religion in any of my games outside of one that I played with Gandhi. Might make some crossbowmen. Well, there's no might to it. I will make some crossbowmen. Alright, let's take Athens and wrap up this segment. Thanks to the barbarian camp for their help and helping us
There
take
is
the
no
city.
easy way to train an apprentice.
I'm really amazed at how durable units are in the water, because in Civ 5, man, watch a unit get in the water and that was a done deal for them. You could take them out pretty quickly. Right, so let's go ahead and work towards our stirrups. And I guess the other thing too you guys may have been thinking about is we lost out on these horses by not being able to build that city there, or perhaps building a city within the range of these horses. Yeah, that is something that I did think about in between games. So, yeah, that was not lost in some sort of distraction. I was aware of that. It's just I wasn't sure how I was going to take advantage of that situation. Want to make sure that each of these units have attacked. Now we're in the red. So, we should be able to take the city here momentarily. There we go. There we go. How funny would it be if this barbarian took the city? Alright. We're probably going to be able to take it on this turn. I believe we can. Let's attack with each of our units, and then I'll take it with the swordsman. Major victory. Okay, looks like we'll take it with the chariot. Nope. We will take it with the swordsman. Alright. Let's do that. And Athens is ours. And so long, Pericles. Yes, we will run your cities quite well. And we get sailing along with mathematics and drama and poetry. Excellent. What happened? Alright guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. There have been some changes to YouTube, so I would encourage you guys to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and on social media, Facebook, Twitter, whichever platform you like. And I value the fact that you guys do enjoy the videos. I like hearing from you guys. Feel free to post in the comments. And I will see you in the next game.